Hi guys, it's Lewis, Coach Joseph. We're back this week, week 4 of the curriculum coming up. We're going to be looking at the bottom mount position. So we started now, we've covered guard bottom, bottom side control, guard top, so looking to pass the guard. Now we're going to look at probably one of the most miserable positions in jiu-jitsu, which is the bottom mount position, okay? Again, not teaching any specific techniques, more the ideology behind what we should be thinking when we're in the bottom mount. Very similar actually in the same regard as the bottom side control, okay? So let's say I'm here with Joseph and I messed up, right? I tried to lock my closed guard. He's got past the legs. I tried to frustrate him from side control. I messed that up too. And he's got to mount. And believe me, guys, you're going to find yourself here a lot when you're rolling, when you first start. The key thing is to stay calm. I always say in my classes, guys, that people see the problem in front of them and they think that's the real problem when actually there's a different thing going on. So it's very claustrophobic. When Joseph starts to bring his pressure down, almost always the initial instinct is to start to push. Okay, but this is actually the worst thing that we can do. We're bringing our hands and elbows away from our body. Look at my elbow. So when I start to go here, yeah, I'm pushing, I'm committing my hands to pushing Joseph away. And if he leans on me now, I've kind of committed up my arms here. If I take them away, he just follows me back down to the mat and I end up where I was before. Okay. Also, it's really easy, self-defense perspective again, for him to tee off on me in this position. Yeah. So when you expose your arms, you don't only expose yourself to putting yourself in a range where it's easy for him to strike me, it's also easy for him to arm lock me, particularly if I grab, look, bang, sits back, takes the arm lock. All right, so I want you to be thinking this week when we're working the bottom mount, all right, don't give those arms away for free, okay? Make them work their butt off to expose those arms. You're going to be keeping those arms in, and I want to, in some instances, from a self-defense perspective, I want to be getting his hands on the mat. If his hands are on the mat, he can't hit me. So I can be bridging, pushing when his hands are here, look, coming through, holding tight, making sure that I control. Try and take your arm back there, please, Joseph. Holding, then I can be looking to trap and roll, bridge away. In a more jiu-jitsu based scenario where he might be trying to choke us, okay, you can look at mount escapes where the hand comes in the collar, look, I trap, okay, and I'm more going like this. I'm not worrying about him hitting me, so it's not as important that his hands are on the mat, okay? So we always have two sides of the coin with jiu-jitsu. Okay, there's the pure self-defense, or MMA as well, where we're at risk of being hit, and then there's jiu-jitsu, sport jiu-jitsu specific stuff. Okay, this still applies in self-defense, but also we don't have to worry, certain defenses we don't have to worry about obviously being punched at the same time. Okay, so this week, to summarize, it's only a short video. I want you to be thinking about trying not to push up on your partner, okay? Trying to stay calm. It's going to be a miserable position. It's going to be hard to work out of that, work out of the bottom mount. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a dominant position in itself. Okay, and then one other thing I want you to think on as well, okay, which happens a lot when people first start, is that, if you go there, please, Joseph. So when I get here, guys, the tendency is that once you kind of get sick of this position, you can't deal with what's going on here, people start to turn like this, okay, and they start to run away from their partner. But look exactly what just happened here. I gave my back away, okay, so that's not good. The back, whilst it may not be as uncomfortable a position as the mount, okay, it's certainly a worse position in my opinion, okay? The back control is the pinnacle of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in terms of controlling and submitting your partner, right? So you don't want to give that away for free. So I want you to think about on your back, keeping your back flat to the mat, keeping them elbows sucked in, trying to bridge and get your partner's hands on the mat, okay? And again, when you first start, don't put too much pressure on yourself to have you know, huge success in terms of escaping and then submitting your partner. Yeah, you've got to take the mini victories. So if you've started just this curriculum cycle, or maybe you've been training just a couple of months, then you should be thinking about surviving the round, not being submitted from the bottom mount position, not having your back taken from the bottom mount position. That's a win for you. Okay, if you've been training a little bit longer, you should be starting to think about implementing the actual escapes that we've taught you, and then starting to take control and move on from there. Okay, guys? Hope you found this useful. Check out the technique videos that follow, and we'll see you on the mats.